So as organizations now gear up for deploying RAG-based applications in production, there should be a focus approach now to how to reduce the cost of response generation. There are multiple techniques. Today, I'm going to talk about prompt compression. And LLMLingua is a package, is a prompt compression package from Microsoft, which helps in compressing the prompt without any or without significant information loss. Now, how prompt compression helps in reducing the cost? So we all know that the cost of generating response is proportional to the number of tokens that are either input as a prompt or generated from the language model. Now, if I can reduce the tokens, which means reduce the amount of words that I feed it to the language model, I can reduce the cost of generating the tokens. And that's where the concept of prompt compression comes into picture. Right? So LLMLingua has three ways to do it, or three approaches, right? And I'll directly go to those three approaches. And this is available on the internet, github.com, Microsoft LLMLingua. You can read it, but I will summarize what those three approaches are. Those three approaches are again based on three papers that are written, that has been written. So let me go there. So the first one is LLMLingua. So the LLMLingua utilizes a compact, well-trained language model, a Llama 7B or GPT-2 small, to identify and remove non-essential tokens in prompts. Now, what does non-essential tokens in prompts mean? You can go into this paper, click on this paper and read more about it. But non-essential tokens are determined by a matrix called perplexity. So the tokens with lower perplexity can be removed. Now, what does lower perplexity means? So okay, let me give an example that probably will be more clear. So let's say I meet somebody whose native language is not English, right? He or she speaks broken English, right? So, for example, if I say in English that I want to go to the market, right? A person who does not have a good English or a good hold on English or speaks broken English, they will say, I go to market. I'll still understand that he wants to go to market, even if he or she didn't say that I want to go to market. If we say I go to market, means that the person wants to go to market, right? So there I reduced two tokens. So the perplexity based token removal is similar to that, where tokens with lower perplexity, even if I remove them, it does not lead to a major or significant information loss. So if I click on this paper, and then if you search for perplexity here, so if you see in terms of information entropy, tokens with lower perplexity contribute less to the overall entropy gain of the language model. So entropy gain means like the information gain of the language model, right? So if I remove the tokens with low perplexity, it does not matter much. So the information loss is very small, right? That's what the LLM Lingua approach, that's how it reduces the number of tokens. Now, long LLM Lingua is a further advancement on LLM Lingua, which solves the lost in the middle issue, so in LLM Lingua, the perplexity is within the document. I reduce a document, it is a tokens. Long LLM Lingua does the perplexity-based elimination at the document level also, right? So if you read this paper, LLM Lingua, so this is LLM Lingua. Long LLM Lingua is developed upon the framework of LLM Lingua towards prompt compression in long context scenarios. The primary challenge in long context scenarios is how to enhance LLM's perception of key information related to the question in the prompt. Long LLM Lingua addresses this challenge from three perspectives and further applies a subsequent recovery strategy to improve the accuracy and reliability of information, right? So here the perplexity is applied at the document level. Uses document level perplexity to represent the importance of documents. So there are more on top of it, it does more. I think the variance is here itself. Maybe it is in the LLM Lingua too. But in short, the long LLM Lingua builds on top of LLM Lingua, but applies the perplexity-based token elimination or token removal on the document itself. The last one is the LLM Lingua 2. So this is very interesting. So here LLM Lingua 2, it's a small size yet powerful prompt compression method trained via data distillation from GPT-4. So this is kind of the teacher-student pattern, right? Where the teacher is GPT-4 and the teacher model is used to create a student model with a so if a teacher has the non-compressed prompt, the student model is given the smaller prompt. The student model is taught how to take a larger prompt and reduce it. So it's based on prompting. And if I go here, let us see the prompt as well. So the prompt that is used is this: compress the given text to short expressions and such that that means GPT-4 can reconstruct it as close as possible to the original. Unlike the usual text compression, I need you to comply with 5 conditions below. You can only remove unimportant words. Do not reorder the original words. Do not change the original words. Do not use abbreviation or emojis. Do not add new words or symbols. Compress the origin aggressively by removing words only. Compress the origin as short as you can while retaining as much information as possible. If you understand, please compress the following text, right? This is the instruction, but the paper also notes that GPT-4 is sometimes not very good at adhering to these instructions. So they apply some additional measures like data annotation and variation rate. Like as GPT-4 may fail to follow the instruction, we introduce the metric variation rate to evaluate the quality of the compressed text generated from data distillation. VR measures the proportion of words in the compressed text that are absent in the original text. And if this variation is more than a threshold, that particular instruction or that chunk is removed. So here it says if the variation measures, and somewhere here, a higher variation rate implies a higher likelihood of encountering hallucinated content. Therefore, we exclude the example with the top 5% highest variation rates, right? So that is what the third technique does, right? I'll quickly show a demo of LLMLingua. That one more thing, like since this is using a language model, generative language model, it requires CUDA. So I could not run it on my PyCharm on my Mac OS. So I used Kaggle. So in Kaggle, I installed LLMLingua, CUDA enabled Torch. And since I still do not have a like huge memory in Kaggle, so I use a quantized model to do the prompt compression. And for quantization, I need the package optimum and auto GPTQ, right? And this one, so this is my prompt. So let me import prompt compressor. So this is the question, right? And then this is the quantized model Llama 27 with chat GPTQ, right? And this is the prompt. I'll quantize it. Let's say target token should be 200, right? Let me run this. It will take some time. And see, I actually had to enable GPU because you need GPUs. Okay, it is done good. It's very fast. And a compressed prompt, if you see, the original was 727 and the target token, I said 200, right? 200, and it actually compressed it to 168, right? So almost 20. There's the rate is 20. I think 4.3x compression, right? So original token was 727 and the compressed token is 168. So this is the overall concept of prompt compression. And and then this is one of the approaches to reduce the size of the prompt, thereby reducing the cost. These are still in an experimental stage. So, but I think very soon, as we hit production to reduce cost, we have to try out some of these techniques. That's all. That's all I wanted to show today. I'll do more exploration on LLMLingua, and as I find more, I'll share more. Thank you.